A very good evening and welcome to another episode of Boost Your Vocabulary. This is episode number 18 and I welcome you wholeheartedly to the YouTube channel of PRATHAM Test Prep. My name is Shreya Srivastav and we're going to be looking at 5 words for the day. How are you all feeling? How are you all doing? Kaisa chal raha hai sabke saath? I hope you're all happy and nice and enjoying the weather, the beautiful weather today, and the weather that has been for a couple of days now. I genuinely honestly feel कि ये weather या तो आप खाना खा के निकाल सकते हो बहुत ज़्यादा या फिर बहुत ज़्यादा सो के. So I don't know, I hope you're doing any one of these at least. And on that note, let's start with the first word for the day. And कैसे हो श्रेया मैम? बहुत बढ़िया. Anya, how are you? I know I missed you. We're not having those classes now, I know, but then good thing is that we're here and we're able to like meet each other ऐसे है ना. So I'm really glad that I can actually see some familiar faces through YouTube lives, etc. Okay, yes, चलो. So we will be doing 5 words today और पहला word पे चलते हैं. And here you go. So सबसे पहला word is avarice. एक ही ने कमेंट करा, अरे so there are कुछ लोग ऐसे दिल में रख लेते हैं. Some people who just send love through their hearts, and that's also as sweet as this. Yeah, okay. And also I think आप लोगों के exams वगैरह भी complete हो गए हैं, so I'm hoping that you're like more relaxed and more like looking forward to Diwali and all the festivities जो आगे आने वाले हैं. So I'm hoping, and also the weather is kind of making it all better for us कि exams भी ख़त्म, सब enjoy करने के mood में भी हैं. So yeah, okay. So we'll look at the first word, which is avarice. Avarice के लिए mnemonic that you can look at is I want to be a varis. Now if somebody says मुझे तुम्हारे ऐसे will का वारिस बनना है या I want to be like the owner or proprietor of your property or your business or whatever, तो उस sense में you have avarice. Okay, you have avarice meaning you have a lot of greed. In Rajasthan it's still very hot. In fact, I visited Rajasthan just like 2-3 days ago. And yeah, it was hot, definitely. So when I came back, it was like a very pleasant surprise for us that the weather was so beautiful. I visited Jaipur just like 3 days ago and काफ़ी गर्म था. I agree with you on that. But so all I can say is आ जाओ, यहाँ आ जाओ, दिल्ली आ जाओ थोड़े दिनों के लिए. Results awaited by parents. And that's very important ना. Parents से awaited है, हम नहीं कर रहे ज़्यादा, हमें पता है. We know what's going to happen. So I met a couple of people across centers and they said, ma'am, मत पूछो कैसा गया exam. It was not good at all apparently. I don't know. DU करवा देना बस. अरे हो जाएगा, बहुत आराम से हो जाएगा. Just मेहनत करते रहो. DU is not, दिल्ली दूर नहीं है. Okay. चलो, right. So yeah, if somebody says I want to be a varis, मतलब उसको greed है, उसको लालच है, right? So avarice is basically greed, लालच, cupidity. These are some words that you can use. Rapacity, these are words that basically mean greed. Now it can be greed for wealth. It can also be greed for material things like jewelry या ऐसे कुछ luxury. So it's not necessarily just about money, but anything that comes with money or comes from money. So avarice is that, okay? So sentence wise, if you look at it, it says motivated by avarice, he stole thousands of rupees from the company's vault. मतलब क्योंकि उसको greed था काफ़ी ज़्यादा, rapacity थी, cupidity थी. So what they did was he stole a lot of money. Now also another thing is cupidity cannot just be money. Cupidity can be any sort of worldly desire. ठीक है, so it can be sexually linked, it can be linked to luxury, it can be linked to comfort or money in that sense. So any sort of greed can be cupidity, but when you talk about avarice and rapacity, it's necessarily things that come from money, not necessarily sexual per se, but like anything materialistic. ठीक है, so I hope वो चीज़ एक clear होगी. And let's look at the part of speech now. I have left the part of speech वाला thing blank for you guys, so that you guys can also probably check whether you've understood the concept of how you identify part of speech. So देखो, अगर if you look at it, it says an extreme greed for wealth. So if you remember, first thing आप लोग मुझे कमेंट्स में बता सकते हो what part of speech do you think this word is, but I'm going to give you some hints if it all this helps. एक तो मीनिंग में एन है, राइट, एंड एक और चीज़, इफ़ यू रिमेंबर वी सेड दैट इफ इट इज़ a certain part of speech, then so you can replace that with something, some place, somewhere, you know, those kinds of things. So you can probably see कि यहाँ पे motivated by something आ रहा है, तो हम यहाँ पे we can say that avarice is in fact as part of speech, it is a very good Saksham, it is a noun. Yes, so ये noun है क्योंकि एक तो meaning में an है, right? Other than that, sentence में something आ रहा है. Also, if you look at it, you remember from one of our conversations of suffixes and prefixes related to adjectives and nouns, etc. ITY was one of the identifiers for a noun. Remember that? So, if you look again, cupidity में ITY है, rapacity में ITY है. Both means that this is a noun, right? So that's the first word. Second पे चलते हैं हम. Looking at the second word, we have arrogate. So mnemonic aid में arrogate कैसे याद रखेंगे? Imagine like an arrogant person who took your gate. Now आपका gate कोई और उठा के ले जाए. Now that obviously is weird क्योंकि that does not belong to that person. He does not have any right on your gate, right? It's a weird thing to do also, like taking somebody's gate away. But yeah, I mean arrogate को ऐसे याद रख सकते हैं. Arrogant person took our gate. Now he took something that was not his to take. He took something that was not his right. He did not have a right on. Majorly, like you can say snatching in that sense, or taking it on yourself when you don't have the right to do that. So for example, I'll give you an example. Suppose you go and you're talking to somebody and then you realize कि वो आपसे let's say एक बच्चा है जो आपसे बदतमीजी से बात कर रहा है, और आपने क्या किया, आपने बोला कि रुको मैं सबक सिखाता हूँ तुमको, and you probably slap that person. Now slapping, क्या आपको right था उसे slap करने का? Even if that child was like 5 years older, even if that child is your sibling, whatever, आपको वो right नहीं था. So what you did was you arrogated to yourself the right to slap him. Okay, तो आपने कुछ ऐसा किया जिस पे आपको राइट नहीं था, एंड यू टुक दैट ऑन योर सेल्फ. सो एरोगेट के साथ हम जनरली टू लगाते हैं. दैट्स वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर. ओके, सो एरोगेटेड टू. ऑलराइट, सो नाउ लुक एट दिस सेंटेंस. टू टेक समथिंग विदाउट हैविंग अ राइट ऑन इट. टू आ रहा है मीनिंग में, सो ध्यान रखना कि ये क्या है. ऑलराइट, also the verb arrogated to themselves. The crowd did this action of taking the right on themselves. Exactly, very good you guys. It is a verb, absolutely correct. It's a verb क्योंकि meaning में to है, और crowd is the subject which is doing this action, a verb of punishing people. So I hope arrogate clear है. थोड़ा सा complicated word हो सकता है because this is slightly different from others, but I hope that this is clear for you guys and you understand how do you use arrogate in a sentence. You also tend to use to with it, so remember that if you're taking the right on yourself, the thing that you did not have a right to, you're arrogating it to yourself. Also, one very important point is arrogated to, and then you have to use a रिफ्लेक्सिव प्रोनाउन. रिफ्लेक्सिव प्रोनाउन का मीनिंग क्या होता है? सेल्फ, जो भी प्रोनाउन जिसमें एंड में सेल्फ लग रहा हो. सो देमसेल्व्स, आवरसेल्व्स, योरसेल्फ, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. ठीक है, सो ये एक स्ट्रक्चर होता है इस वर्ड के साथ. सो आई होप यू रिमेंबर दिस. नाउ लेट्स हेड टू द थर्ड वर्ड. नाउ थर्ड वर्ड इज फेलिसिटिस. तो दो चीज़ों से इसे याद रख सकते हैं. वन ऑफ कोर्स इज फेलिक्स एज अ वर्ड मीन्स हैप्पी. Okay, so Felix का root word is happy, और happy और hap का actually root word is luck. Hap का fortune, luck, suitability से actually word आता है. So that's how you can relate this word Felix से. या फिर if you remember, I think one of the times in our classes we talked about felicity and morosity, and felicity was happiness. Okay, felicity means happiness. तो हम फेलिसिटिस को फेलिसिटी से भी याद रख सकते हैं, विच एक्चुअली मीन्स हैप्पीनेस, राइट. नाउ अनदर थिंग, इफ यू रिमेंबर फ्रॉम आवर प्रीवियस क्लासेस, इफ इट्स एन ITY, इट्स अ नाउन, राइट, बट इफ इट्स एन OUS, OUS होता है तो वो what part of speech is that? ये हमने क्लासेस में भी बहुत डिटेल में कर रखा है एंड ऑल्सो इन आवर यूट्यूब सेशंस वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस अ कपल ऑफ टाइम्स कि एंड में अगर वर्ड के OUS हो तो दैट इज एन एडजेक्टिव. एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट, वेरी गुड रिया, वंडरफुल. सो मीनिंग वाइज इफ यू लुक एट इट, दो चार चीज़ें हैं. फॉर्चुनेट, फेवरेबल, एबल एट द एंड ऑफ इट. ओके, सूटेबल, एबल एट द एंड. हैप्पी, एप्ट, these are या फिर हम मैरी भी कह सकते हैं. सो एनीथिंग दैट्स मैरी इज चेयरफुल, राइट. तो चेयरफुल भी हो सकता है हमारा वर्ड. सो ऑल ऑफ दीज वर्ड्स आर बेसिकली थिंग्स दैट टॉक अबाउट इट बीइंग सूटेबल और हैप्पी और ऑस्पिशियस. ओके, या फिर कुछ भी ऐसी चीज़ जो फेवरेबल हो, सूटेबल हो, फॉर्चुनेट हो, दैट इज felicitous. Now, sentence-wise, her achievements brought a felicitous smile on her face. That means it brought a very happy smile. तो एक तो हमारा happy का meaning था, remember? So happy, cheerful, merry. ये first वाला sentence जो है वो that part of felicitous को accept कर रहा है. We were saying felicitous means happy, cheerful and merry. The other one is, what is the other meaning? It is suitable, apt, fortunate, right? So maybe in terms of money, maybe in terms of profits, maybe in terms of any sort of return, है ना. तो अब he is felicitous for this job, that means he is fortunate for this job, suitable, apt, auspicious, advantageous. तो हम इस word को वैसे भी देख सकते हैं. So you can see that through two sentences we've talked about the two different meanings of felicitous, right? I hope that is clear. And very good, you guys have already told me, Riya and Saksham, that this is an adjective because OUS at the end is one of the reasons. Other than that, able also gives us that this is an adjective, right? Full, FUL, that also means that this is an adjective. So couple of variations of the verb, but you still see that all of these are adjectives. So felicitous is that. I hope that that is clear. That was our third word. अब चलते हैं fourth word पे. For our fourth word, the word is fulminate. Fulminate. But don't call it fulminate, okay? That's just not how it is pronounced. It's fulminate. But mnemonic aid में we will still use the first half as full, okay? Just to make us remember this. Somebody जो किसी को full में hate करता हो, तो वो कैसी बातें करेगा? How will he say? What will he say? He'll say all sorts of wrong things, bad mouthing करेगा, right? So criticizing, trying to belittle the other person, denigrating that person. So somebody जो दूसरे को full में hate करता हो, वो fulminate करेगा. वो fulminate करेगा meaning criticize करेगा, attack करेगा, reputation को demean, belittle, denigrate करेगा. So that is what fulminate basically means. So to criticize severely, that's one of the first and the basic meanings of fulminate, criticizing severely. The other is assail. If you remember, I think from one of the classes, from our regular classes as our batch, we talked about how assail basically means assaulting somebody or attacking them, right? It could be physical, it could be verbal, either ways. So that is the meaning. Vituperate and slander. Vituperate and slander both mean to demean somebody or to ruin somebody's reputation. Okay, that is, yeah, attack somebody's reputation. That is what denigrate, that is what slander and vituperate means. So to criticize somebody then becomes fulminate. Okay, now look at the sentence. All the students fulminated against the new exam. That means they fulminated against, criticized against, yeah, attacked against the new exam schedule. They did not like it, so they started saying it's not good, it's not good. They probably protested, etc., etc. Now let's look at the meaning. Meaning में two है, right? Part of speech क्या होगा अगर meaning में two है, plus all the students is a subject. If all the students is a subject doing this action of fulminating, then what is the part of speech for this? It's not an adjective, it's a verb. Very good, it's a verb क्योंकि subject is doing this action, so subject के आगे हो जाएगा it being a verb. Very good. So to भी आ रहा है, and then you see that the subject's doing this action, clearly this is a verb. That's our fourth word. I hope fulminate is clear. So full में hate से ऐसे याद रखेंगे. And let's look at the last word for the day, which is whim. नाउ विम के लिए निमोनिक एड आप देखो, विम सोप आता है ना, विम बार, तो उसका जो टैगलाइन है विच इज़ विम हैज़ द पावर ऑफ 100 lemons. इसको पहले हिंदी में समझते हैं, ठीक है, कि इसका टैगलाइन क्या था. सो लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट दिस वीडियो फर्स्ट एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस. हियर यू गो.
ये स्पेशल दम बिरयानी है. 4 घंटे लगते हैं इसे बनाने में और 1 घंटा ये चिकनाई हटाने में. टोटल कितना टाइम हुआ?
4 घंटे और 1 मिनट.
1 मिनट.
चैलेंज 100 नींबुओं की शक्ति वाला नया विम जेल. इसके पूरे 100 नींबुओं की शक्ति कड़ी चिकनाई हटाए बस 1 मिनट में.
या सो 100 नींबुओं की शक्ति, राइट. सो विम हैज 100 नींबुओं की शक्ति. इंग्लिश में से बोलेंगे पावर ऑफ 100 lemons. इंग्लिश में हम उसे विम भी कह सकते हैं. विम, द रीजन व्हाई इट्स कॉल्ड विम इज दैट इट हैज एनर्जी, इट हैज पावर. Okay, so vim actually means energy, it means enthusiasm, it means power, it means keenness. Okay, या फिर हम उसे विगर भी कह सकते हैं. दे आर यूज्ड टुगेदर. जनरली विम एंड विगर आर यूज्ड टुगेदर. ओके, यू कैन ऑल्सो से दैट इट्स fervor. Fervor is another word which basically means passion and enthusiasm. Okay, so vim का ये सारे meanings निकल के आते हैं. Vim means power, energy, enthusiasm, keenness, fervor, passion, the eagerness and the willingness to do something. बहुत ही ज़्यादा excited and motivated होके जब आप काम करते हो तो उसे हम vim कहते हैं, ठीक है. So sentence में at 85 our grandmother is full of vim and vigor. That means she's full of like energy, she's full of power, she's full of passion and fervor, and she likes to do things, and she probably lives her life to the fullest kind of thing. So vim and vigor are generally used together, so maybe that can help you in remembering the word further, right? Okay, so हम यहाँ पे vigor भी as a part of speech और as a synonym लिख सकते हैं. Sorry, not part of speech, synonym लिख सकते हैं. And can you probably guess what part of speech is vim? Because if you say she's full of something, हम विम एंड विगर को समथिंग कह सकते हैं, ठीक है. enthusiastic is an adjective. enthusiasm क्या होगा, क्योंकि sm या ism is one part of speech. keenness आ रहा है, so NESS भी लिखा हुआ है. so these give us that this is a noun. Wonderful, you guys, you're all bang on correct, and you're all hitting the nail on the head very nicely. Good Shweta, good Saksham, very nice. Okay, so vim is, so remember that energy is a noun, energetic will be an adjective. Similarly enthusiasm noun है, enthusiastic हो जाता है adjective. Power is a noun, powerful is the adjective. So that way you can also remember, okay, कि okay इसका part of speech दूसरा कोई form of word देखते हैं इसी का ही, तो what will we do? So maybe going through that will help you understanding the part of speech for the current word, ठीक है. Alright, so idiom भी सिखा दिया, right, vim and vigor, right. So that is basically what it is. Those were our 5 words, and I hope that you enjoyed today's session, and I will see you next time. I'm going to be seeing you on Thursday too this time around. आपको इस बारी Thursday I will be taking your YouTube live, so please be around. Please make sure that you're attending that live as well, and because I really enjoy when you know all of you are here and then we're all able to interact and you know just being there for each other in that sense, because we're not able to see each other on in classes as much now. So I'm really happy that I get to see you guys here anyway. Until next time that I see you, have a very very good night. Take care of yourselves, be good, and make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Goes without saying, yeah. Alright, bye bye, take care, have a very good night.